God's IPO. You know what IPO stands for? An initial public offering. It's a process where a private company goes through all the process of building and scaling up a product to go public. We're going to talk about what God does with us to take us from private pruning and processing to go public. God's IPO stands for isolation, pruning, and overcoming.
Today, we announce the IPO for the kingdom. I need you all to trust the process. Trust the process. We are building a future that will never fade.
So let's look at step one. Understand that God made you. In Jeremiah 1:5, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou came forth out the womb, I sanctified thee. I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. God has a plan for you. It doesn't matter what it looks like now. He already knew what the plan was. It doesn't matter what the group chat and the friends that turn enemies, that when they see the situation, they forgot where you came from when you was up. Now they see, oh, okay, now I can do and say what I always wanted to do because it's over, because they see demise. But understand Jeremiah 21:11, it says, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace, not evil, to give you an expected end, a good end. As he said, when God says, let there be light, it's going to be light. It doesn't matter what the dark keeps trying to project onto you. God knows you and approved of his workmanship. Nobody else made you. They didn't make you. They didn't form you. God created you. In Psalms 139:11-18, understand it says, if I say surely the darkness will hide me and the light around me will be night, even the darkness is not dark to you. It doesn't matter how dark your situation is. It's not too dark for the light. It's not too dark for God. It may be dark for your friends, your frenemies, your family, your fraternity, your sorority, the people you used to call friend. It may be too dark for them, but it's not too dark for God. The night shines like the day. That's what it says. Darkness and light are alike to you, for it was you who created my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. Before all of this, before the trauma and the drama and the betrayal, God knit you together in your mother's womb. Verse 14 says, I will praise you because I have been remarkably and wondrously made. Your works are wondrous, and I know this very well. My bones were not hidden from you when I was made in secret. See, God does a lot of wonderful, great things in secret. So if you're going through the IPO, the first part is isolation. It's secret. God does stuff. He took he formed creation out of the darkness, out of the secret. When you plant seeds, they go into the earth. They go into darkness. Nobody can see. You can't see the roots. That's the process. It's the isolation. Hidden from you, I was made in secret when I was formed in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw me when I was formless. See, before you made it, before you blew up, before everybody was following you on social media because you were successful, God knew you when you were formless. Verse 17, God, how precious your thoughts are to me, how vast their sum is. If I counted them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I wake up, I'm still with you. God still got you. So let's understand this process goes from isolation, the IPO, from isolation, pruning, to overcoming. Leviticus 20:26, you shall be holy to me, for I am the Lord, and holy have I separated you from the peoples that you should be mine. So if you're going to be isolated, it's good. It may hurt. It may feel bad at first, but that's a sign. It's a process that God is preparing you to be holy, consecrated, in covenant with him. John 15:1-2 talks about this. Jesus declares himself the true vine and the Father, the gardener. who prunes branches to produce more fruit. So people may be looking at you, it may look bad to them, but they don't understand. God takes people through a process to produce more fruit and understand the timing. When you prune in late winter and early spring when the tree is dormant. Dormant meaning isolated. There's nothing around. There's no toys. There's no fruit. There's nothing you can see. It's dormant. See, people will leave you when there's nothing to see. God does that on purpose to separate you, consecrate you, get rid of all the people who just there for the fruit. He takes you, he isolates you, he prunes you. So this is the process of pruning once the timing is set. Number one, you got to clear the 4 Ds. Cut out the dead, you got to cut out the damage, the disease, and get rid of those branches, the trees that are rubbing first. So if you find yourself alone, it's because God had to cut out all the dead weight, all the damaged branches that were just hanging on, all the disease. They just bring you grief. They take all your energy. They like vampires. They disease. God removes that. Then it's the next step. It removes suckers and water sprouts. It snips off vertical shoots growing from the base or straight up inside the canopy. So when God's doing this pruning process, it has to remove the suckers and the water sprouts because you need your water. You gotta journey. You gotta survive, and you gotta get rid of these suckers. And then the next step it has to open the center. Take out the branches growing inward to let light and air reach the middle, because you need that middle of the tree to get light and get the proper nourishment, or it won't grow. It'll stop. It'll become dead, and that's what people do. They'll surround you. They'll get so close, and then they'll betray you to try to destroy you. And I've had that happen. People you've known for decades, and they wait, and then they betray you. But God knew that from the beginning. That's why he isolates, separates. And lastly, once you go through that process, the IPO, you go through isolation and pruning, then it's the overcoming. Then it's the elevation. When you look at that phrase, we are able to overcome, in the Hebrew, it means to prevail. You overcome. You endure this process, and then God bestows you with power to be able to gain or accomplish. You're able to endure what you're going through, the process, the IPO, to be able to reach and do what God has to. He's taking through this process, the IPO, taking you and pruning you and isolating you in private to take you public. This is God's process, his IPO. And so it may look scary, it may look catastrophic, but Proverbs 12:21 says, no disaster overcomes the righteous. But the wicked people that are preying on your demise, it says they are full of misery. 1 John 5:4, for whatever is born of God overcomes the world. And this is the victory that has overcome the world. Our faith. Have faith in God. Trust the process. LeBron James, Philadelphia 76ers. That's my team. Don't y'all play. Trust the process. Numbers 13:30. It says, then Caleb quieted the people before Moses and says, let us go up at once and take possession, for we are well able to overcome it. When you go through the process, the IPO, God's IPO, you are able to take possession. Let's get it.
Today, we announce the IPO for the kingdom. I need you all to trust the process. Trust the process. We are building a future that will never fade.